Hey everybody, you are here at Reading Simplified, and I've got a special guest student, first grade student, and she is going to help us understand how decoding lays the foundation for high frequency word knowledge. So she's going to do some decoding activities, then show how that parlays into benefits for her sight word knowledge. But if she doesn't have that strong sound symbol base, then the high frequency words won't stick as quickly, and in the long run, her reading system will really start to crack up and not function effectively. So let's do two of our most common activities that we do to establish a strong sound symbol base, and that is switch it and sort it. She's a little more advanced, so we're going to do sort it, which is for advanced phonics. Okay, so let's start.
I think when my brother speak, I cracked it up a little with reading.
Yes.
Cracked it up a lot.
So let's start with switch it, okay? So she's going to build the word slam. Don't slam the ball into the wall. Slam. And say the sounds as you do it.
I actually need to put out of this. Wait, is it out?
Uh-huh. Say the sound.
Slam.
Very nice. Okay. Give her a thumbs up. She built the word slam on her own. She had choices, and she's never been exposed to that probably, but she accessed it because she heard the sounds in the word. Okay. Check the sounds in slam.
Slam.
Each one separately.
Slam.
And the word is?
Slam.
Okay, let's change it to slim. Not wide, but slim, narrow. Slim.
What's the E? Slam.
That would make slam if we had the letter that you just mentioned. We need slim, which is I. Oh. Okay, she nailed it. Okay, check the sounds.
Slim.
Yeah. Are you feeling slim today?
Yeah.
Oh, just perfect. Okay. So give her a thumbs up for her doing switch it. She is establishing her strong sound symbol decoding base. She's connecting sounds to symbols, learning the letter sounds, learning phonemic manipulation, switching the sounds, which is so important for word attack. And because she's doing this, the sight words that she's going to learn are going to stick much more easily. Okay, so slim to slum. A slum is something that's a run-down building or area. Slum. What sound is it that you need for slum? You were right. You need that there. What sound? Slum. But what sound first? I just want to hear you say the sound. Which is
Why is this? Why is this like
two-sided, huh?
Why is this like all like
hand wrote?
I
wrote that because I just lost my other But let's find the You need an and you just found the So where is
Is it the high piece?
No, it's right here. This is Can you say Pull it down. So you made the word slum. Let's check to see if you got it right. And the word is?
Slum.
All right, give her some thumbs up or give her some love. She's doing switch it to establish a strong sound symbol decoding base, and then we're going to show you in a little while how that helps her with her knowledge of high frequency words. Okay, slum. Switch it to, actually you're not going to switch, you're going to add to make slump. Like this is me in a slump, kind of down, not straight and tall. Well, it's slump. You hear that? Well, let's listen. Listen real carefully. You have slum. Watch my pencil. Slum. We need slum. Oh, see how you have both of those sounds there? It's kind of tricky because this is a long one. Check the sounds. Okay, I want you to say it and see it. So let's go back here. And the word is?
Slump.
Do you like to slump in your chair? Or do you stand tall? Sit tall.
Stand tall.
Sit tall. Okay. So you made slump. Let's switch it to stump. Like the tree is chopped down to the stump.
Like this, it was a pen, but you said pencil.
Well, actually, it is a pencil. It's a fancy pencil. A mechanical one. You hear it? The lead comes out. Okay, so you have slump. Let's switch it to stump, like a tree stump. When the tree gets chopped off. Stump. Oh, you need that. Listen, you have slump. We need stump. Which one is different? Watch. It probably helps to hear and watch. You have slump. Switch it to stump. Where was the change? Aha, she got rid of the O. Very nice. Thank you, Bimar. You got a high five from Bimar. Or Bimar. I'm sorry, I don't know. Okay, I think you got it. Let's check to see if you did. And the word is?
Stump.
Okay, one more. That was stump, like a tree stump. Let's change it to stomp. I stomp my foot. You have stump. Switch it to stomp.
S-T-O-P.
Very close. That would make stop. Just need to make one switch. I bet you'll figure it out.
Wait, so what do we need?
Stomp. Like stomp your foot. You have stump. Switch it to stomp. That would make stup. So we need to go back to stump. Let's check you have stump. We want stomp.
We change this with something?
Get rid of the What sound do you hear in the middle of stomp? Just what do you hear? Stomp. What's you hear the here? What comes before that? Stomp. What sound though before you pick it? She's got it. Very good. Okay, check your sound. And the word is?
Stop.
Do you like to stomp your feet?
No.
Too ladylike. This is just not proper. Okay, so she's done a great job, hasn't she? This is hard. 5 sounds, 2 consonants at the beginning, 2 at the end. C, C, B, C, C. That's one of the hardest levels. And we've only done this activity together about 4, maybe 5 times. I'm not sure. It's not been that many times. So I'm really proud of her. And so we're going to move now into sort it. We're going to do some of the same things phonemically and from a decoding perspective. But she is going to be also working on advanced phonics. And this is the long vowel that she's going to be working on. So let me show you. Let's show you what that looks like. If I can share my screen. There we go. Okay, so this is the E sound that she's going to be working with. Can you see that? Give me a thumb. I think you can. So this is the same thing that she's got there. She reads the E sounds words over here and she sorts it by the spelling. But she's also working on this key sentence to help her as a mnemonic for memorizing the spellings.
I think I might have I'll look at that.
Okay, what's the key sentence?
Easy man, easy chair.
Oh, she's got it down. That's not hard. Okay, so let's do 5 words, okay, and show them how we do sorted.
Wait, what? Wait, when I spelled that, I did wrong. I did C, but I didn't do C's with
We
that.
fixed it at the last minute. Okay, so we're gonna do 5 words, honey, and
I fixed that.
Yeah.
And that.
Yeah. Okay, so can you read this word and figure out where it goes? And this is how sorted it works. She's going to still do her blending as she goes. What's the word?
Eat.
Oh, I like to eat chocolate.
My mom likes chocolate. Ding, ding, ding.
She found the spelling. Very good. So she's doing the blending. Blend as you read, which is what we teach here at Reading Simplified. And she's saying the sounds as she writes it. E, the whole E. E. And then she's also doing the phonemic segmentation, and then saying it is multisensory way for her to memorize these E spellings.
Oops.
It's right there. You can see how to spell the E because it's right there.
I know.
E. You don't need to know what's. You can hear it, can't you? What's the last? Eat. Very good. Okay, let's try this one.
Neat.
Need. Very good. Look at the last sound. Need.
Need.
Uh-huh. What word is that?
Need.
Do I need to help you find it, where it goes, or can you find it?
I can find it.
She's going to find where it goes. She's discovering this on her own. Say the sounds.
Wait, I have something to say.
Okay.
My friend said that she needed a smoothie, but she actually didn't.
No, we don't. Yeah, we don't normally need treats.
Yeah.
But it would maybe as food. We do need food.
Yes.
Okay, so where does need go? Say the sounds as you do it. Awesome. Now fix your duh, because that's backwards.
Ooh.
That often happens at this age. No big deal. Just keep reminding them. So she's got 2 advanced phonics words. Isn't that awesome? Give her some love. Okay. How about this word? Oh, this one's kind of tricky. It's going to try to trick you, but you can figure it out.
Happy.
Oh, did you already have that memorized?
Yeah.
Okay, where does happy belong? Yeah, okay. Say the sounds as you write it.
I did it right, but I wrote it wrong.
You wrote it wrong, okay. Yeah, there's the E. Nicely done. Okay, 2 more. Now I'm doing this with one student, but it works just as well with a small group. I really encourage classroom teachers to consider doing this in groups of 3, 4, or 5 for guided reading or small group reading instruction. Got it. Where does each belong?
Oh, right here.
Oh, another one of those.
And
Okay.
why are there little marks there?
I think somebody put it in their mouth. Okay, write each. Very close. You wrote E-ha. We need the whole ch. This is ch. It's kind of tricky for someone with your at your age to know that, but this is the ch. Here. So I covered it up so I wanted to see if she could test herself and remember it. And if she can't, that's fine, because now she's going to remember this a little bit more deeply than she did before. Each, because it was kind of like a quiz for her brain. Each. Okay, can you fix your ch? Because that's backwards.
I thought that was backwards.
Again, that's very normal for this age. No big deal. She'll fix that in time. Okay, very
That
good.
looks like an O because it's just a little line.
Here's a new one for you. You're just popping in, and we're showing how a couple different. You can read that word and figure out where it goes.
This one?
That little one. A couple different key decoding activities help establish the basis for good sight word knowledge. So she's working on this sorted page, and she's doing the word, what was it?
E.
I didn't hear you say the sounds.
E.
Very good. Let's do one more, because I want to see one from over here. Oops, I kind of gave it away. Never mind. What's this word? If you have any questions, let me know.
These.
Oh, well done. Can you say the sounds as you write it? That first sound is Her connecting sound and symbol is vitally important, and this will just serve her so well as she learns high frequency words. Because that's how our code works. It is sound and symbol matching. And good readers, they have a super strong sound symbol decoding process, or a super strong sound symbol processing ability. Weak readers do not. And the two activities we just showed you today are instrumental in establishing a strong sound symbol decoding base. Switch it and sort it. So now I want to show you.
Did you switch it and sort it with my brother?
I did. Yes, her brother got to work here about a year or a year and a half ago.
Yeah, but he was a boy.
So after you do sort it, then it's great if you read text that is targeting that particular sound. So here's an example from the resources that I provide in the Reading Simplified Academy. That you can pick any text where there's a focus on the particular target vowel. And so here's the E sound. There's the word speech, and there's the word people, which is an odd E, and ideas has another E in it, and hear, and free, and speech again, and dream, and he. So that's a great way to practice, to see transfer actually from the word work into real reading. So she did something like that with another passage recently. She did Jack Sprat could eat no fat.
Yeah, that's right.
And she got good at that. I hear.
Sprat could eat no weed. So between
The two.
of them, they licked the platter clean.
Nicely done. High fives for her. So here's another passage that she read that targets the E sound.
Hey, we're gonna go high five.
And so what I want to point out is after the decoding activities, then the teacher can read with her students using a new text that the students haven't seen, but targets that same vowel sound that they worked on in Sort It or in Read It. We didn't show you to Read It today, but just let's stick with the advanced phonics level that applies to Sort It. So then they read it initially and work through it, and the child works hard, gets teacher support on the word level. The teacher asks for a comprehension summary at the end, and then the teacher reads it to her and the group once or twice, and then the student takes it to practice it elsewhere repeatedly. So rereading the same text that day with a buddy, with a teaching assistant, with a volunteer, and taking it home to read with parents. So when she does that and she comes back, she's going to know a lot of high frequency words. So let's see. That's a very sophisticated thing for a young lady who's just starting her career as a first grader and learning how to read. May I take your pencil? So I'm going to help her read this, but she's done this a couple times, her mom reported. And even though it's hard, and even though there's a lot of big words, she's going to do pretty well. And so see how some of the repetition and built on a sound symbol decoding base turns her into having these words become automatic. Okay, but we need to see it. I bet you they want to see. Yeah, can you let it stay down? There you go. Okay. What's the title?
The lake.
The lake is a good guess, but let's check the sounds.
The
This is k.
creek.
Do you know what a creek is?
Yes, it's like it's kind of like a straight, rocky.
It's like a small stream, a small river, isn't it? Okay, let's hear about the creek.
Okay. My mom and I go.
That's a good guess. Let's check the sounds.
Go.
That's an E. Start at the beginning. My mom and I go. Yeah. My mom and I get.
In the van to go to the.
Let's put the sound together.
Creek.
Creek.
The creek we met.
That's a good guess, but this is E. E.
Meet my pal Steve and his mom.
We meet my pal Steve and his mom. So she's just doing great. See all the high frequency words she's getting a couple different times exposure to? My and his and to and the. Yeah. We leave
the van on the street and go.
Well, that just says go. We leave it on the street and go
on a path in a
This is one sound right here. E.
Field.
Nice. We leave the van on the street and go on a path in a field.
The path led.
That's a good guess, but this is E.
Leads to a
The path leads to a
small stream.
Very nice. So that was awesome. So this is like her third or fourth time to see this. And she's just a beginning reader. So this is a hard text for a beginning reader at the beginning of first grade. And so the rereading has really helped her. But notice when she got stuck that I still asked her to do the work and putting the sounds together left to right. One thing that we do is we do blend as you read. So she's trying to tackle the word creek. We cover the back end and ask her to put the first two sounds together. Let me see if I can get that right. There we go. Put those first two sounds together. What are the first two sounds in creek? Go ahead, hold it. And then what comes next? Yeah, obviously I gave her the word that time, but that's how you encourage her to continue to access the sounds that she hears in the word and sees on the page to attack an unknown word. So that is the main way that I recommend that you build high frequency words or sight words. You establish the strong sound symbol base with switch it, read it, or sort it, and then you read text that incorporate the skill that you're working on at that time, like the target sound, and then you practice rereading it and rereading it and rereading it. And so she, after she reads it again today, I might read it to her one more time. I might record it and let her listen to it. She can read it. She can listen to it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Many of these words will be stuck in her brain, and they will transfer into her ability to read them in other places. This especially works if you make sure that you're listening to them the next day and holding them accountable, because one time she wanted to say lake instead of stream. Well, that makes sense, or creek makes sense, but that's not what the word is. So we're going to check with this the decoding. So the last thing I want to show you is a new text. So that was a repeat. So she's done that before.
I didn't even finish it.
I know, we didn't finish it. This is just to teach the teachers. Is that okay?
Yep.
You can read it again with your brother. I think he would love to hear that. You could show off how far.
I'm teaching my mind.
So this is a Starfall book that I bet many of you have seen. And so it's still focused on the E sound level. And it would be a good practice for her to get this E type of practice in. And then I would help her work through it. And then she can read it and reread it. And she can go on the computer at starfall.com and listen to it. And, when she doesn't know how a word is supposed to be read, then she can ask the computer to help her. So this is a great resource. These are very inexpensive. You can get a pack of 20 of these for about $2. So I use these a lot with my students so that they can also take these home and they can circle the E sounds. So that's extra practice after they've read it. Okay, are you ready? So one thing, I want you to see how she's transferring her knowledge from the E sorted activity page. Ooh.
And I took a picture rocking this in this book.
Oh, so you have some familiarity with it, huh? Did you do it at school? Or with me?
At this book, I did it.
You have.
I looked when you were talking.
Oh, I see. So she's got a sneak peek. So here is the E sounds that she's been targeting, but now we're going to see it transfer into the guided reading text. All right? So
I have to read the title.
Oh, is the title too much for you?
Yeah, it's too hard. It looks too hard.
Okay, well, I'll help you. It starts with a what sound? P. Oh, Pete. And then add that last sound. Pete's. Pete's. What? Is it about time to hit the go? Okay. Well, what I would have her do if she had more time and didn't have to boogie on down to get karate practice, I would have her read this with a teacher and work on the processing the sound. You can hit the road. You can hit the road. Thank you. And then she would practice rereading it with partner, with a teaching assistant, with a parent, and bring it back to me tomorrow, and she would probably nail it. Almost as well, probably better than she did this, because this is a lot longer than this. So that is the sequence that I recommend to move kids from decoding into high frequency sight words. It's one that works over and over again for beginners or for strugglers. So thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions, I'll be answering them here, and love to hear from you. Thanks for being here at Reading Simplified.